Hi everyone. So today Amber uploaded a new weigh-in. I'm interested to react to this one because in my last video I speculated that she was probably up 5 to 7 pounds. I don't know, let's see.
Hello, welcome to a new weigh-in video, number 3 to be exact. Today is April 8th on a Tuesday. So in the beginning of my weigh-in videos, I answer 5 questions that you guys have asked me on Instagram, so let's get into it. Did you come up with the food for thought questions that you ask yourself at the end of your what I ate today videos? Yes, I did. I really love doing stuff like that. Like, my dream still is to come out with a guided journal. I think that would be so freaking awesome.
I don't want to be the person to crush people's dreams, but I really hope that doesn't happen because imagine how many grammar errors there would be and how dumb the questions would be or how repetitive they would be based off of the questions she asked herself in like Instagram Q&As, in Food for Thought, and probably everything else associated with answering questions on her channel.
I love to not only answer questions, but I love to ask them as well. Why don't you count the food that you have out as ordering takeout? Because this specific goal was about my relationship with ordering takeout food. It has honestly been a very, very, very bad habit that I have dealt with every day for years. I have relied on it for convenience, out of boredom, just because I wanted to. I was too lazy to cook. And these are all the things that I am trying to actively work on. And going to have a meal with my mom at bingo, or if we go out to eat, I would still, for my other meal, come home and order takeout. Like, Uber has just been like one of my worst habits, like truly one of my very worst habits. So this goal was for me to improve in that. Going out and having a meal.
Okay, I understand she is wanting to focus on the aspect of her ordering food to her house constantly, but I think that the question is valid because I think it's something that a lot of us ask when we see these vlogs or whatever. We see her eating all this shit at bingo, and honestly, I think the argument that she claims like, oh, well, you know, just because I want to have a meal with my mom, I shouldn't be forcing myself not to eat with my mom and enjoy a meal with her or whatever. I don't think that argument is really valid because I feel that, of course, like, I don't know Mama Lynn, but I feel that Mama Lynn would be the type of person that would be understanding. You know, in that situation, I feel like she'd be like, okay, yeah, you want to stick to your diet. I understand that. And I understand that, you know, like, me going out and eating with you probably doesn't help your diet or your relationship with food. And I think if she was just open with Mama Lynn about how the bingo food is triggering for her, which I personally feel that it is, because of the amount of food that she eats when she's there. And the bingo food is in fact still takeout.
At bingo or having a meal wherever with my mom, that's about like connection and spending time. While Uber,
there are so many other things you can do to feel connected to your mother. Like, you do not have to connect over food or bond over food. There's a million different things that you can do. Well, given her weight, probably not a million, but I know there's a lot more that she can do than just connect with her mom over a meal. I think that that's just an excuse for her to allow herself to eat what she wants.
Uber was definitely not about that. Uber was about convenience and the fact that I'm lazy and the fact that I'm addicted to ordering takeout from my app, having it delivered to my home. The problem I'm actively targeting is stopping that, or at least lessening it drastically. I'm not gonna sit here and take away having a meal with my mom at bingo because that's not the issue. That's not what's gonna make me gain weight.
Also, the whole like wanting to eat at bingo with her mom or whatever, like, again, she could just tell her mom and be open and like honest with her mom about the way that the food is affecting her diet. I don't know, like, maybe before bingo, ask your mom, like, hey, Mom, do you want to come over and we can eat lunch together? And you guys eat lunch in your apartment and it's like a healthy meal. And then you guys go to bingo. Like, why does it have to be your mom picks you up and then we go somewhere out to eat, or we eat food at bingo? You guys both eat something healthy and you guys both keep each other on track. Like, you guys are supporting each other, because we know Mama Lynn also is on a diet and wants to eat healthy. I think that's a better option.
That's not what's causing laziness, and it's never out of boredom. I'm not trying to overhaul everything in my whole life and just wake up overnight and be like, I cannot even eat out. I cannot eat with my mom at bingo. Nope, not allowed. So my goal was to pick something that is like drastically making it to where I don't reach my goals at all. And that is what I'm targeting, like mentally and emotionally. Ordering takeout from my Uber Eats and having it delivered to me daily for years and years, sometimes twice a day, is very unhealthy. That is what is ultimately holding me back the most. Will you start a GoFundMe for us supporters to help you go to inpatient? Absolutely not. I would never in my life start a GoFundMe. There's like multiple reasons for that, but the biggest one is like, I don't want other people to use their money for something that I should be saving for myself.
Okay, then save for it.
If you want to donate to someone, donate to a cause or a person that actually genuinely needs that money. How do you feel about fat jokes? So I make a lot of fat jokes about myself. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I do. And that is something I've always done. I've had a couple people in my life who didn't like it. They didn't like hearing me do it. They thought I was being rude to myself. I've had cancer, so if I want to make a uterine cancer joke, I'm allowed to do it because I suffered through it. Or if I want to make a foster care joke, or just anything that is like something that happened to me or is me, I feel like I'm allowed to do that. But if I see like a skinny person make a fat joke, or if I hear someone who's never had cancer make a cancer joke, it's like, bro, you don't have the right to do that. So
I think if you come online and you do joke about those things about yourself, you're giving your audience the okay to do it back to you. Because if they think it's okay that you're doing it, people are going to assume that it's okay if they do it. So if that's the case, you should probably just not make fun of yourself. I'm not saying that that is going to eliminate all the jokes towards her, but if you publicly do it, you can't be mad when people do it back at you.
So that I don't think is okay. Why did you say no to having an ice cream cone with your mom if you allow yourself to eat those things anyway? Because I hadn't even ate that day, so I know if I had an ice cream cone as my first meal, then that was gonna spiral my whole day. It's about the headspace that I go into eating a certain thing. Like, yes, I will allow myself to have an ice cream cone, but definitely not as my first meal. Twinkie keeps moving. I'm sure you guys have noticed, like she has gone from behind me to this side to everywhere. So don't mind that, sorry.
Honestly, I'm just glad to see that she's alive and moving.
Sorry. This is her world. I simply just live in it, okay? All right, so let's talk about the 4 goals that I had this week. So the first one was only order takeout 3 times a week, drink 2 water bottles a day, log all of my calories on Noom, even if I go over, and do intermittent fasting where I am only allowed to eat in an 8-hour window and I don't get to eat for 16 hours. So as for ordering takeout 3 times a week, I ordered sushi on Thursday and I also ordered sushi on Sunday, and that is the only 2 times that I ordered takeout. So it was 2 times this week.
Okay, good. Now change the goal to allowing yourself only 2 times a week instead of 3. So you slowly wean yourself off of ordering fast food all the time.
What? So I was successful in that goal. Drink 2 water bottles. Yes, I did it. I did it every single day, and it's literally becoming such a habit for me. I do not allow myself to drink anything until I have drank those 2 water bottles.
I really hope that's true, because honestly, her water intake scares me. She had stated that she probably drank like 2 cups of water in the last 6 months before starting this like little goal of hers. And honestly, 2 water bottles a day is less than she should be drinking, but at the very least, I mean, the bar is low for Amber. I'm glad she's at least getting that, but I think she's been successful in drinking 2 water bottles a day for 2 weeks now, so I think that she should probably bump that up to 3 for this coming week.
And now it's just like literally a habit. I don't even think I need it to be a goal anymore. As for logging all my calories on Noom, no matter what, did I do that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And one of those days, oh God, I hated it. And what I hated even more was stepping on the scale the next day. It was not pretty, I'll tell you that.
Is that the bingo day where she ate like 1,200 calories in one sitting, basically?
And did I do intermittent fasting? No, I didn't. Day 1, I realized I am forcing myself to eat when I'm not hungry, but then I'm not allowed to
I hate the way she says hungry. Hungry, like she's a fucking goose.
eat when I am. I can't do that. Like, so that's the only goal I was unsuccessful on. I am not going to force myself to eat when I'm not hungry. I just am not going to. So
I get it. It's probably not a healthy habit to eat when you're not hungry and not eat when you are hungry.
well, I didn't do IF and I never will. All right, so now let's talk about how my week went. It actually went pretty freaking good, especially the beginning, but I'm realizing that the weekends are a lot harder for me. So I stayed below.
I think weekends are probably harder for her because Mama Lynn is off of work, and that means Amberlyn can actually go outside of the house. So that's probably when they do the majority of their bingo sessions or whatever. I really just feel that bingo is not a good space for her in regards to her eating habits and her relationship with food. I think that it's probably triggering because she doesn't want to be left out. She did state that she's there for like upwards to 7 hours a day. So yeah, she's probably going to get hungry. Like if I was Amber, I'd just be bringing snacks or something in my purse, or I would eat before I go. I would do things to prevent myself from wanting to eat those foods. And I would like prepare myself for when I am hungry to eat something healthy.
My calories 6 days out of the 7 days that I was supposed to. I genuinely don't know what happened, but Sunday I ate so much. I genuinely just like could not get satisfied. I could not get full. And even though I overate drastically, I still logged every single calorie. And when I stepped on the scale the next day, I was up 5 pounds, fully aware it's not real weight. It's a lot of water weight. It's a lot of sodium. It's a lot of fluid. I'm fully aware of that.
I wonder how much she overate because she said that Noom gave her like, I don't know if it was, I don't know the exact number. I can't remember, but it was like 3,600 or like 3,200 calories or something like that. But she wanted to stick around like 2,500, I think, or something like that. So I wonder if she overate by the 2,500 or if she overate by the 3,600 that Noom was allowing her. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 3,600.
Just in the same way of like, I was losing like 2 pounds a day almost in the beginning of this week or this last week that just happened. And that's also a lot of water weight. Like that's just what happens. Like your body crazy fluctuates when you start a diet or when you overeat. Like it's just what your body does. So it was a lot of like hecticana on the scale. Like it was so good. And then that one day of overeating as drastically as I did and all that like sodium and water weight that I gained, I was not happy with myself. So something I noticed about Noom, since they want you to weigh yourself daily, like if you lose a good amount of weight, like it literally changes the calories every single day. So I noticed every pound I would lose, it would like lower my calories by like 5 or 10, which I kind of liked that. Anyways, let's get into my weigh-in. So last week I was 523.8 and today I was, dun-ta-da, oh my God, do we have an earthquake? 518.0, and that's amazing, but I'm just over here thinking, how much more?
I'm not sure that I believe that, honestly. And she's lied to us before about weigh-ins and has stated that she would lie to give the audience what they want to hear. I don't know, because she's looking big. Like in that one video where she made that random like ramen and mayonnaise concoction, she looked really big. Like I'll insert a picture right here of Instagram post that I saw where somebody made a screen grab, and I literally thought it was edited because she looked so massive, and that wasn't too long ago. I mean, that was like maybe 2 weeks ago, right? Like it wasn't that long ago at all.
More amazing would it have been if I wouldn't have overate that one day. So that means I'm down 5.8 pounds this week, pretty much 6, not gonna lie. I'm very proud of that because I'm not doing anything super drastic. It is hard though, like counting every single calorie that goes into my mouth. Like it's annoying. I hate it. It's frustrating. But it's like, to stay within that calorie limit, I definitely need to continue doing that. So Noom does give me like 2,600 calories to 3,400 calories. I always stayed below 2,600. So I want to make that very clear. Besides the one day I overate, I literally had 4,000 calories.
God damn. So it was going over the Noom calories, not the calories she sort of set for herself. And I think it's funny too because when she first started doing the Noom app or whatever again, she'd stated that the 3,600 that Noom was allowing her to eat was so insane. It was so much. She doesn't need that much. But like she easily surpassed that in one day that she just was like eating whatever she wanted.
Yes, I did. So it was a really good weigh-in. I know it's a lot of water weight. I know I just need to stay on track, and I know I'm not going to be perfect. I'm probably going to have another day where I fuck up this week. This is genuinely not about perfection. And I just realized I forgot to say goals for this coming week. I totally skipped that part, didn't I? So my goals for this week is order takeout 3 times a week. Just 3 times.
I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. You managed to go a full week with only ordering delivery to your house 2 times a week. Why still 3? Lower it to 2. I don't know. Lower it for 2. And if that still doesn't feel doable, I don't know. Suck it up because you're really not in the place to be eating takeout 3 times a week. And then on top of that, eating the takeout from Bingo as well.
Times. And when I say order takeout, I mean from my Uber to deliver to my home, because that is where I have an issue. The weekends are hard for me because I don't have structure.
You clearly also have an issue with going out to eat too, because you just said that the weekends are hard for you, and we know that Mama Lynn is off work on the weekends, and those are the days that you go out with her. So it is when you leave the house as well too, and you just said that you overate and ate 4,000 calories in one day is likely the day that you went to Bingo. Having food delivered to your home is probably a bigger issue, but I think there is still an issue with wanting to eat every time you leave the house.
I have started this whole YouTube routine thing where it's very hyper-focused throughout the week because I want that normal schedule. I want like a routine. And on the weekends, everything is more up in the air. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know this and that. I don't have like anything planned, but that kind of goes into my next goal. I really want to have a successful weekend, what I consider successful, more successful than that Sunday that I just had. I feel like this weigh-in video was literally all over the place. I'm sorry about that. My brain is kind of all over the place today. But I do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
So in conclusion, I think it would be better for her to adjust the goals that she was successful in, because I do think that eating outside of the home is probably triggering for her as well. Yeah, I'm just really not buying that she is 5'18". I think that, I don't know. I really don't think that she is losing weight, or if she is losing weight and she's telling the truth in this weigh-in, I don't think that this is gonna last much longer. I think it's only a matter of time. I give it like a week or two before she's like, this isn't working. And then she goes and eats whatever the hell she wants again. Not to say that she isn't already eating whatever the hell she wants, because she is. But I think she's gonna go back up to eating like 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day again in a few weeks, because this diet that she's claiming she's on is not gonna work long term, because she's not eating anything good. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.